Hey, what's going on, guys? We're gonna be going over the FMT24 tonight. Let's head over the old roll call here. See what we got in the chat. Andy Ritchie, Mitchell, Sliding Sideways, Osborne, Jeff Walters, Owen Rogers. Who else we got? I saw somebody earlier. Bargain Bashers, Chris Gerwitz, Christina Nadine, Osborne. Awesome. Hope I didn't miss anybody. I think I got everybody. Yeah. I think I got it. Pretty much everybody. Sorry if I missed. Oh, super one-handed. Yep. Oh, well, I'm saying super one-handed. Hey, later tonight, 7 p.m. on the West Coast time, which I think would be 10 p.m. on the East Coast. Super one-handed is going to be doing a live stream, showing off some new stickers that he's going to be doing. So if you're available, head on over there and check those out. I should be able to stop by. I'd like to see that. So yeah, tonight we're going to be talking about the FMT24. I don't know how many of you guys, if you can let me know in the chat if any of you else picked it up yet. I picked one up, and you know, I'm mixed emotions about it. There we go, right there. I mean, it's a good looking body and everything, but let's see, hope the dropping links. I don't care, Osborne. I mean, for like links to items, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. So yeah, did any of you guys pick up the FMT24 yet? Let's see here. I don't really know anybody personally of my close-knit friends that have picked one yet. Hey, what's up, Northwest RC? I'm glad you can make it, bud. Bargain Basher, I did not. I seen it in person with, oh yeah, you saw, yeah, I showed you it, Jeff. I was up there at Walters. You know, when I first took it out, you know, I was impressed immediately. I was just like, ooh, you know, this is sweet. You know, this is really, you know, it's a good looking truck, you know. Ooh. But oh, I guess it might sit on there better like that, maybe. I don't know. Not great for that. But the tires are okay. They're pretty soft, but it's not aggressive tread pattern whatsoever. It's basically just a big, huge version of the Lemur tire. The oil shocks are awesome. You know, it's got great oil shocks. The body's nice. No lights on it, which I was kind of surprised. You know, FMS. You know, the licensed Chevy body. I'm going to get this out of here because I'm not going to need it here in just a minute. And I want to show you the shocks. So, oh, I need to. So, yeah, right there. So the shocks are killer. I mean, the shocks are great on it. The body clips are very annoying. They're like the pinch clips like you'd see on a lot of FMS trucks, but on the front, you've got these 3 teeth, I guess you'd call them, that stick out. And you have to Move this truck real quick. You have to basically bend the bumper forward to get this in between there and line them up into these little holes. So I'm not a big fan of that. And then you really have to jam down the back to get it into the pin, the slots for these rear body clips, which are just your standard FMS like clips like that pinch together, and like the Power Wagon has those. Hey, Crawling Chris, glad you could make it, buddy. So what are your guys, while I'm going over this stuff, give me your guys' thoughts on it. What you guys thought before you see it, you know, or if you have one, what are your thoughts? So, and I'll kind of touch back onto the chat here as I go over some of this stuff. You know, I'm sure a lot of you guys have already watched videos on these, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. So it's 900 milliamp 2S, and then it is, the discharge rate is, I'm trying to remember what it is. I think it's like 25C, I think. Yeah, it's 25C. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So it's a decent sized battery for such a small truck. The battery strap is decent. Nice big fat rubber strap that comes off, and it secures pretty good. I was pretty happy with that, you know. 2-speed, which is kind of pointless. It's, I guess, I mean, you can, for a kid, I guess, if you have kids and you don't want them to smash it up, you can put it in first and they can cruise around in it. It's an okay speed in first. The licensed body is nice, but it's like, it's a basher. It's like you're going to destroy the body. So I don't really care if it's a licensed body in a basher. It's just, it's not going to last. I'm going to scrape all the decals off it. They're already, you know, scratched up pretty good. So it's like, and I've ran it a good amount, but 370 motor, brushed motor, power dash brushed motor, doesn't have a turn number on it. Does get pretty hot, pretty quick, even running it out in the really, really cold. The shocks feel like they basically took the LC80 shocks and put them on this. They're good. They have good travel, you know, but it's a plastic. It's plastic all around, completely plastic. Wait, that, yeah. It's basically everything's plastic except for some of the gears, I believe. And they do send you some metal, parts, like replacement parts, cups, I think, if I remember right, come in it. But at $179, I'm getting a brushed truck that's good, you know, and it's fast. It doesn't, like, it'll wheelie in certain situations, but not like crazy, you know, and it'll jump good. But it just feels underpowered for me. Like when I go through halfway decent grass, and I mean, I don't know. I just expected a little more at $179. I mean, do you guys disagree, or? I mean, we don't even pay. I paid $179 for the LC80. Well, I mean, I didn't a lot of you guys paid $179 for the other parts from the lemur, as far as like ESC goes, oil shocks. Because yeah, the ESC is the same one, I believe, as the lemur. Same remote, same basically setup, you know, separate bigger motor. Oil shocks are probably from the lemur now as I think about it. But honestly, I would much rather, if you're like looking for a kind of a basher type 24 scale, I would get a lemur over this, hands down. I've had so much fun with my lemur. It is an underrated truck, a very underrated truck. I mean, it's fun, and it's going to be the spotlight picture for next week. I'll be a giveaway, but it's going to be a lemur for next week's spotlight. But I've seen some people start to mod the lemur, and man, it looks sweet. It looks really sweet. YouTube stream problem. It does seem like it is acting up for some reason tonight, Jeff. I'm not exactly sure why it's why it's doing this. Hold on. Let's get this down to. Here, let me see. That might fix it. Some of my settings in my streaming program got reset when I took my computer in to get redone and upgraded again. So that might have been some of the issue if it's lagging for some reason. I don't think it's your internet, Jeff. I think it might be my stream for some reason. I'm not sure. Something's going on. Oh, it could be the weather here, actually, guys. We're supposed to be getting some storms like tonight, some snowstorms. So it could, yeah, it could be a little laggy tonight for some reason. It says my stream is excellent connection, but for some reason, when on my view of it, I'm seeing, looks like lag. So I apologize if it is lagging for you guys. Yeah, Jeff, I don't know if you guys are supposed to get snow up there, but we're supposed to get rain and snow tonight. And, yeah, not looking good. Oh, hold on. So, sorry guys, I got sidetracked looking at that. Hopefully the stream cleans up in a little bit. Sorry guys, I'm all distracted. Oh, all right. So back to the truck, guys. I'm sorry, I got completely distracted. So $179, they're giving us that right there, which I kind of cancel out the 2-speed because it's a basher. I'm never going to use gear 1. I've used it like once to kind of like drive over some rocks a little bit, but that was it. So comparable in size. little bit bigger. I believe this is 18th. Yeah, this is 18th scale, I believe. Okay, HBX, hay boxing. Let me pull this up. $103. $103. You get a brushless truck with oil shocks, 2 batteries, more aggressive tires that are a little bit harder than the FMS truck, but a little bit better. The remote gives you easier control. It has throttle dual rate, steering dual rate, and your steering trims at, you know, way less money. Way less money. 2 bodies. 2 1000 milliamp, 2S lipos, 25C, and a green body and a purple and pink body. So you got a girl or a wife or kids or whatever that are into it and like pink, you can give that to them. It's cheap. I've had this truck for nearly 2 years. It's actually my girlfriend's, but so I drove the FMS truck, and I was initially very impressed with the Colorado. I loved it. And, you know, I was jumping some stuff and, you know, bashing it. And it's a tough truck. FMS did a great job on the truck, designing the truck. It does great. You know, it handles great. Like I said, it feels a little underpowered with the 370. I've heard they're coming out with the brushless version. With some metal parts added to replace the plastic, but I feel like that's going to be too much. I feel it's a small, unless they make it wider, because this one will flip over when I do sharp turns pretty easily if I hit small bumps. So I jumped in, I bashed it, and I was just like, man, this truck's great. They nailed it. You know, I was like, it's awesome. Took it inside, you know, because I drained the battery, and then I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get this brushless truck out and drive it right after I drove that and compare it, you know, since I'm going to be doing the live stream on it. So I get this bad boy out, fired up, and immediately I'm like, whoa, this is so much better, so much better. So, and then do I care if this says Chevy Colorado on it? No, because I flipped it like 20 times. So you guys tell me, which do you think is a better, well, here, we'll put, you don't even need to tell me. I'm gonna put a poll up. Start a poll, okay. FMT24. All right, which would you guys think is a better deal and is better, you know? $50-50 still. So FMT, well, I mean, I'm telling you guys right now, the thing that sold me immediately that this was so much better, in my opinion, was I jumped this small route several times with the Colorado, and it got some serious air. I mean, it went like 3 feet in the air off this little route. I was like, that is awesome. And it stuck the landing. I was like, that's sweet. Then I took this out, hit the same route. This not only got about 4 feet air, but it did 2 backflips. I landed on its back wheels and did a wheelie across my yard. Oh, 50-50. We can't leave it at that. We can't leave it at a 50-50 vote. So, I mean, in my opinion, I mean, those of you guys who voted for the FMT24, tell me in the chat why you picked that. I mean, you know, is it just because you like the Chevy body, or because for me, the body, yeah, I think the Colorado body's cool and all, and it looks great. I mean, but this thing on 2S, and I think you can run this on 3S if I remember right. I think I have ran this on 3S, but if I remember correctly, I think it just wants to, if you gun it, it wants to literally just flip over. But on 2S, if you're skipping across, and this goes through deep grass pretty dang good. But when I'm skipping on 2S across my yard in the grass, like right now when we have snow on the ground and a little bit, this thing was skipping right along and balancing itself extremely well. I didn't flip this once, I don't think, from a sharp turn. It has great turning radius, just tons of power. The Colorado, as far as I know, I haven't tried it, but as far as I know, you can't run it on 3S. It'll just, you can plug 3S into it, it just won't go though, I think. So, I just, if you're on a tight budget and you're looking for a small basher, I would go with something like this. FMS is crazy, in my opinion, to jump into the small scale basher scene, because you can jump on Amazon and there is a million of these out there, brushless, with 2 batteries and good. I mean, this is a great remote. Got everything you need, you know, and just a nice. It feels solid to me. It feels very solid. My only complaint about it is I wish there was foam on the wheel. Big complaint. I get some foam off another remote. But yeah, and it's let me see here. The HBX, if I remember right, which I can't get the battery case cover off, but it runs on three AA batteries, where your FMS, of course, 4 AAA batteries. A lot of people don't like that. I'm personally not a big fan that FMS uses AAA batteries. I have a big stock of them now because I have so many AAA batteries. I bought a ton of rechargeables, but you know, I'd rather use AA's. If the FMS controllers could get by with 2 AA batteries in there, I would be much happier. Hey, what's up, Guru? Glad you can make it. So 56% for the HBX and 44% for the FTX or FMT24. Let me see. Bigger basher, better price for the HBX. Colorado price too high. Nice body, but it's an F. A great point, Jeff. Yeah, exactly. It's, you know, they did a great job on it. I mean, they did do a great job on it, but the market is absolutely flooded. HBX is a pretty reputable brand for mini bashers like this. So at $103, I get 2 good, like 1,000 milliamp batteries and a good solid remote that has, yeah, it's got your steering reverse, your throttle reverse, you know, all your trims and everything. It has great throttle response. I will say, and I'm pretty sure they did this just to make sure you don't destroy it. I feel like there is a slight delay if you pin it off the rip with this one. I can nail it, And it's like, it's not like a cogging or anything like that. It's just a slight delay. You know, I've seen WL Toys rigs have it. You just hit it and then it's just, it takes right off, you know. No cogging on this, nothing like that whatsoever. This is a very solid. Oh, you know what? Yeah. So yeah, you pull this off, and this is what you're getting for $103. You're getting a brushless motor with a heat sink on it. You're getting some nice oil shocks. You got 2 bodies. Some aggressive tires, you know. I mean, it's not that much bigger than the FMS truck, really. Yeah, it's not really that much bigger. So if you're looking for a small scale basher, you're on a tight budget, I personally would not. I mean, I'm the biggest FMS fanboy out there, pretty much. And for me to tell you, you know, I know a lot of you guys might be on tight budgets, and you don't want to throw away your money, and I want you guys to enjoy the trucks that you buy. Let's see here, in comparison. So, yeah, the chassis is plastic on this, but everything else is metal. As far as your drivetrain, your dog bones are metal on the HBX. I've never done anything to this HBX in like 2 years, I think, maybe almost 3 years. I've never had to do anything. My girlfriend has beaten that thing. I've beaten it. The body's not cracked or anything. Actually, it's doesn't roll very often, really. Where I rolled the FMS one, I was trying to get some footage for you guys today before the live, and I couldn't really come up with anything that great because I kept rolling because we have a little bit of snow here. Where the HBX, I took it out right before the sun went down, and I ripped through the snow with that thing. It was awesome. So, yeah, it's stupid for FMS to jump in this market of small scale bashers. You know, even if they would have sent me this truck free, I bought this one myself. I still would have said the same thing. I would have been like, don't spend your money on that. I'll wait and see what the brushless one is. We might even raffle this one off or something, just because I probably won't ever drive it. You know, I've got other small brushless trucks like this that I'd rather drive. With the weather in Michigan, my work is canceled tomorrow. We'll probably work on the course local, and I find Corey McKenzie. Where are you located at, Corey? I'm hoping my work gets canceled tomorrow. Yeah, cardboard. And you know, if you got little kids that you're trying to get into the market, you know, trying to get into the RC hobby, little kids, little ones, they usually aren't like interested in crawling. You know, they don't understand the concept of crawling really, but they like to go fast and they like to smash things. And you don't want to spend $179 to have them destroy that Colorado. In like, I mean, it's tough. It can take a beating, but it's going to break eventually. And I don't want you to spend $179 on something that could potentially get broken pretty easily. Or you can spend $103 on this, dang near get 2 of these for the price of the Colorado. Probably, I bet during Christmas this was probably like $90 or so. I bet during Christmas. So, yeah, 58% of you guys are saying the HPX. Let me go back to the, make sure I didn't miss any. Other body looks more fun for a basher from your players. Yeah, cardboard, yeah. The HPX body, you know, the green, I wish I would have grabbed the green body, but I think it's actually still wrapped in plastic. She's never put it on. But this is a great looking basher body, and it feels tough. I know it's tough because it's taken a lot of hits. And I mean, if I were to wash this, it would probably look brand new. Let me look at the Colorado body, see how. I mean, the Colorado body has withstood some pretty hard bashes, and it's in good shape for the most part. Oh, some nasty scratches on the hood. But I mean, do you guys think it's worth spending that kind of money just to get this? And I mean, you can't even really read Chevy on the grill. It says Colorado up there, but it's so faint. You only, I mean, you can see Chevy clearly there, and you got your Chevy bow tie there, and you got it there. I don't know. I get really mad when I take it out, just trying to get the body on them. I know. I'm not a big fan of body clips, you know, but they're quick. And when I went to take this out, it took me much less time to get it out and ready to go to hit the dirt. What parts for, like, on the HPX? You can get replacement parts for it. Yeah, you can get replacement parts for it. HVX is like, dude, they've been around for a long time. They mainly do bashers that I've seen, and like rock bashers. I think I have a 10th scale one too, and I think, Owen, you might have ran over it at Walter's with your grave digger. And it's still going. So I've seen parts that you can get parts for HPX. I have yet to break anything on any of them, though. I did the 10th scale one on 3S, and it was really fun. It was really fun. I'll buy the body for my FCX24 Blazer and add some detail. Yeah, I mean, if FMS starts selling these they would have been better. They would have been far better just coming out with that body with attachments to go on the FCX24 Blazer, the Max Smasher, you know, because then you got a Lexan body for your Max Smasher that's light. Oh, and you don't remember running over my truck? Yeah, right. Well, yeah, of course you don't remember, because you ran over so many of my freaking trucks. You ran over my MN128 with your Raminator. So yeah, trying to get, hey Kristen, I missed your message. Yeah, Kristen, Crispy. That's my friend Kristen. This would be perfect for Nathan. It's only $103, you know, and 2 batteries. So you get like probably 25, realistically, probably 25 minutes of hard bashing out of each battery. But still, you got 2 of them right off the rip. So it's like you got almost an hour of bash time right off the go. And then you can buy, what, 1,000 milliamp freaking, it's a Dean's T plug on this. So 1,000 milliamp Dean's T plug basher batteries, 25C or 30C. You're looking at like maybe $20 and you'll get 2 more. So, and well, you know, with the FMS, again, not that I'm beating up on them so hard tonight for some reason, but battery tray is very limited. I mean, you're limited basically to maybe 1,000 milliamp battery. Could squeeze in there. Happen to have one right here from when I was bashing earlier. Yeah, the HBX is your classic Velcro tray strap. I love it. Batteries in and out. It's always secure. Let's see if I can fit this in here. I mean, technically, you can kind of squeeze 1,000 milliamp in there. It's laying, there you go, sticking out a little bit, so the body might push out a little bit on that side. But you could run 1,000 milliamp in it if you had a. It's the XT60, I think that is, or. But I don't have any batteries really that have this. I have some adapters for T-plugs for this, so I guess I could, you know. Oh, man, that sucks. I don't like that. Another thing is, like, you got to turn it on before you put the body on, because you can't get your finger in there to turn the body, to turn it on once the body's on. Where the HBX, again, it's like the power button's tucked kind of back here behind the tire, so nothing can hit it or anything. And it's just a flush, kind of flush button that you just hold down. It's never going to get pressed. It can get turned off or flipped or anything like that. I mean, it's not, I think that's turned all the way up too. Yeah. Oh, whoops. That's it. I mean, it's not like that much turning radius, really. That's first. That's second. I mean, it's got some kick to it. You know. Yeah, I mean, if I were just to, you know, if I didn't own that HBX, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is sweet, you know. But the fact that I do own it, and I knew it cost way, way less than the FMS truck, I was just kind of like, ew. I feel like we're getting ripped off here, people. That's no good. That's too expensive. I'm not paying for the name this time. If it was a hard body crawler, Chevy Colorado, Would you guys buy that? Would you guys be interested in a hard body 24 scale or 18th scale Chevy Colorado? Hey, what's up, Z? Glad you can make it, bro. So let's oh yeah, also HBX, they give you lights. Yep, they give you lights. So all around, it's a solid rig, man. Solid rig. And I feel like my camera's playing kind of. Weird. No cogging, nothing. This thing is just very smooth. Yeah. Yeah. You know, whatever, you know, just like brushed motors, they always have that low end torque. So I feel like off the rip, if I were to race these two, race somebody, that the FMT24 would probably get it like on the rip. It might get it for a second, and then the HBX would absolutely blow its doors off. Yeah, it's got so much wheel speed. It's pretty mean. So yeah. What time? Oh, holy crap! It's really been that long? Yeah, it's already quite. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the FMT24, guys. As much as I'd like to say go out and grab one, I just feel like there's a lot more options out there for you guys at a better price, unless you're a die-hard Chevy fan. Which I love Chevys, you know. I love any cool looking old truck or new truck, but I'm not going to pay a ridiculous amount for a few stickers basically on it. I can buy Chevy stickers on the internet. So, knowing this, how many of you guys think you're going to pick one up still? I'm not sad that I bought it. You know, I'm glad I did buy it because I wanted to be able to test it out, and I knew I'd eventually do an episode about it. And I kind of delayed doing the episode about it because I wanted to think about it some more. I was just like, oh, maybe you're just being too harsh on them, you know, this and that, you know. And I drove it a few more times, and I drove the HBX some more, and I'm just like, no, man, I'm not being too hard on it. $103 for a brushless rat basher with I guess the only complaint, which I guess isn't even really a complaint, the HBX does have. Oh no, I'm wrong. Never mind. I thought it had a 5-wire servo, but it doesn't. Just a standard 3-wire servo. So let me see if I have steering wheel. Oh my god, I didn't even have it turned up all the way. So yeah, even on this end, whoops, let me pull the desk back up. So the HBX even has a beat on turning radius. And it's faster. It's got a really fast, strong servo. Look at that. That's a great servo. So, $103, 2 batteries. I mean, just, I might go buy another one of those just because my girlfriend gets mad when I flip her trucks and scratch them all up. So that's about all I have to say about that. Yeah, that's about all I got to say about that, guys. I feel like if you're looking to get a mini basher, there's a lot of other, the mini basher market is huge. Maybe not 24 scale. I don't know of a ton of 24 scale bashers. I know there is a few, but I'm not a big basher guy. But, HBX, they're a pretty reputable brand when it comes to bashers and rock bash and type trucks. I would feel comfortable telling you to buy that at $103, and if you drive it for 6 months and you break it, you're not out on nearly $200. Owen, I don't have any trucks. What are you talking about? So now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna move on to the spotlight truck of the week. We missed it. We missed it last week, but we're back at it. So our spotlight truck of the week is from Osborne RC. If you don't follow Osborne RC on Instagram, make sure you pop over there. That's where I got this from. Nice little shot of this truck on a side hilling incline there. Looks pretty good there, Osborne. Looking real sharp. So I've already got, like I said, next week's spotlight picked out, which is a modified lemur rig. It's a sweet rig. I can't wait to show you guys that one. And then for next week, I'm thinking we might go over that new WPL Jimny that I did the video for the other day. If you guys haven't checked that out, check that out. Oh, and I was going to show, real quick. Let's put my video capture device back up. Where's my desk at? Yeah, great shot, Osborne. Keep it up, bro. Looks good, man. Looks real good. So back to my desk real quick. That Jimny that I did, that was the first weathering patina, if you want to call it, I had ever done. I was not real. Part of the problem was one of the, and this is a little tip to tell you guys, one of the bottles, and this is probably not the manufacturer's fault whatsoever. It was my fault, stupid mistake. Had like either something on the little tip or something when I went to squirt it out, and it was like blocking the tip, and it like squeezed it harder, and it like exploded, and a bunch of it got on my truck. I was like, because I had done a pretty good base paint coat on it. It was one of the better ones I had done, so I was pretty happy with it. I was going to be like, oh, this is going to be a great canvas to work with. And then I had too much weathering paint to start with on it. And I was quickly not even knowing what I was doing, trying to get, trying to fix it. But I'm happy with the end results, and I learned a lot from doing it, and that's all you can do, is do it, learn, research, do it, learn. Like I said, you can always go back and fix some mistakes or, make it look better. So what I used was this right here. The brand is up here, and you know what? Here, instead of me reaching my hand way out like that, just do that. So there we go. Brand is up here in the corner right there. That Vallejo, Vallejo. something like that. They have a whole bunch of different kit variations that you can get. This was just the rust stain and streaking. The only thing it is missing, which I didn't realize until I was literally in the process of painting, was the effects to give it like kind of a rusty texture, like the metal is actually pitted and rusted, which is usually like this powder type substance that you'll add to your paint. This kit right here is pretty cheap. Let me pull up my Amazon real quick and I will tell you exactly how much it is, guys. That kit runs you $20, and there is a lot of different paints in it. They're decent sized bottles. There's because you don't use very much at all. But you've got like what was this? Yeah, like an orange brown, and then you'll have certain colors that are literally like this color here is labeled as dark rust. And there's several rust colors, and it does come with a wash, which will help make your truck look real dirty when you mix it with your paint. So for $20, even if you have no idea what you're doing, you can make it look decent. I like I said, just doing that first one, I've already learned enough to where I can go back, and I'm gonna go back with that WPL that I did, and I'm gonna fix some of the rust spots that I did to make them look a little bit better, because it's not as hard to do as I thought. Not need much to make effects. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. It doesn't take a lot. So yeah, buying this kit for $20 is going to get you several trucks painted, a lot of trucks painted, and I was happy with the way it turned out in the long run. It looked better on the video than it did when I looked at it inside my house. When I was done, I was just like, well, I'm not real happy with the way this looked. Then I took it outside and I looked at it and I was like, oh, I like the way it looks out in nature. And then when I did some videos with it, I was just like, oh, I really like the way that looks on video. But I could see where I made, not mistakes, but like I said, things that could be better when I saw it on video. And I'm going to go back and correct those. I might even do that tonight. So we'll probably go over that next week. The WPL, I think it's C74 Jimny. It is technically a 10th scale, but it's small. It is small, guys. And well, we'll go over it. But I was very happy with it, with the end results of everything that I did upgrades wise and everything, and we'll go over that in the next episode. But yeah, exactly, Jeff. Practice makes perfect, and you can always sand it down if you need to and redo it. Sometimes sanding it will just make it look better. We'll just fix it. So, but yeah. So next episode, hopefully the C74, unless something gets delivered that I'm waiting to come still. And I might be ordering another truck that I just kind of discovered today that I'm kind of excited about. So I think that's going to about wrap it up from you guys. I want to thank everybody for stopping by tonight. Sorry if we had any hiccups in the stream. Like I said, the weather here, not great. I'm sure I can't see out the window, but I'm sure it's probably already raining or about to be snowing. So, but yeah, I appreciate everybody coming by, and I'll see you guys next time.